Ariana Grande has gone on a bizarre Twitter rant talking about how offended she was. Oh, the poor little snowflake. How offended she was when, according to her, she was out and about. This tweet, by the way, is over 107,000 retweets. But apparently things took a turn for the worst when, according to Ariana, the young male fan then said to the boyfriend of Ariana. He spoke to Ariana's boyfriend and said, quote, "Ariana is sexy as hell, man. I see you hitting that." So apparently, that's what threw her off. She was so offended. "Oh, you suggested that I'm having sex with my boyfriend. I strip naked in all my videos. But how dare you suggest that a man is fucking me? It's like, you stupid fucking bitch. How dumb are you?" But the stupid prostitute-looking pop star then continued her Twitter rant, saying, "It hurts my heart that so many young people are so comfortable enough using these phrases and objectifying women with such ease. You objectify yourself, dumbass!" Oh, but then she tries to suggest what's different. Because in my videos, it's my choice. We'll get into that. Let's take a look. So she continues with another tweet. She goes, "I'm seeing a lot of, but look how you portray yourself in videos and your music. You're so sexual. Please hold. Next tweet. I repeat, expressing sexuality in art is not an invitation for disrespect. Just like wearing a short skirt is not asking for assault." Here's the problem with your logic, little bubbly girl who, is just going for a big fucking ride as her career takes her skyrocketing through life and she doesn't have to think too hard about these things. Check this out.
So, if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man?
You're gonna make the same if you do as good a job.
Expressing sexuality in art is not an invitation for disrespect. Well, that's the funny thing. Because it apparently, you're defining disrespect as a guy, a male fan of yours, stating the obvious. That your boyfriend is fucking you. I mean, no, who denies that? Okay? So, the problem here, it seems like you are prude, but on an arbitrary case-by-case basis. Like, you don't find it disrespectful at all when you're stripping half naked in all your stupid music videos. But you find it disrespectful when someone says, "Hey man, I know you're hitting that, she's hot." What's the big deal? I mean, you're acting like a fucking Catholic nun or something. You're acting like a freaking celibate nun who's so offended at any mention or reference of sex and her in the same fucking sentence. So that doesn't even make sense on its own. Then she goes on, she says, just like wearing a short skirt is not asking for assault. Where are you getting this from? How did you go from your music videos to wearing a short skirt is not asking for assault? Well, she goes into a whole silly street harassment rant. Let's continue. She goes, "Women's choice. Love our bodies, our clothing, our music, our personalities. Sexy, flirty fun. It is not an open invitation." Okay. Just dressing in a deliberately sexually provocative way, that's not an open sexual invitation. Okay? Listen, alright? Now, I'm not slut-shaming, but when a woman doesn't want to attract the sexual invitation of a man, she becomes a nun, she walks around in a full fucking gown, and she stays virgin the rest of her life. In Islam, when a woman wants to be loyal to her man and she doesn't want to attract the attention of random men on the streets, they wear burqas and they conceal their bodies. I'm not coming down in defense of burqas. I'm just saying there's certainly a difference between someone who dresses reservedly and someone who goes around half naked, basically in a sexual fashion. And that's sort of the bullshit. This is where the bullshit of you fucking little anti-slut-shaming little sluts, it becomes very apparent. And it becomes apparent to me And we can take the Amber Rose example from a few months ago. I'll put a link to that below, where Amber Rose, she came out and she basically said that, if I'm wearing skimpy clothes at the club and I'm just dancing, I'm half naked, that's not a sexual invitation for men to come hit on me. I'm not DTF, as she said. Okay? And that's all fine. No one's saying that you're down to fuck, but we're saying stop playing dumb. The real reason, in my humble opinion, that women, especially hot girls with a lot of sexual options, the reason they come out and they start ranting about how evil street harassment is and how we're not asking for sex, they're not really saying, oh, I don't want a guy to hit on me, it's so bad, it's terrible. They're not really saying that. What they really mean is, I'm tired of men I don't like hitting on me. Okay, when Amber Rose is at the club and she's half naked, I'm not down to fuck. Don't come talk to me, man. I'm just here to dance with my girlfriends. She's not really opposed to getting hit on by a guy. She's just opposed to getting hit on by the creepy, unattractive guy. If the confident alpha guy shows up and starts hitting on her and she likes him, she's going to be giddy as fuck and all her girlfriends going to be like, yeah, you go fuck him, girl. You're so lucky. They are going to totally be on, because it's not a guy in general that you're opposed to. What you really don't like is that any random dude you don't like is hitting on you. That's what it comes down to. And this isn't because women are like oppressed and men have all this male privilege and women live under an evil patriarchy. It's really just that dating sucks for both genders. And both genders have their own unique challenges that come when it comes to the dating game. And I'll give you an example. For women, the pros in the dating game, if you're a woman, include you're not expected to initiate/approach. You have little risk of being rejected or called a street harasser. The cons, however, if you're a woman in the dating game, include 1, you can't approach the guy that you like, generally speaking. 2, the woman must reject men she doesn't like. 3, she must endure catcalling and street harassment from men who hit on her. Now, if you're a guy, there are also pros and cons that apply to you in the dating game. For men, the benefits of dating include 1, the guy gets to choose and approach the ideal girl that he likes, and he is not approached by women that he doesn't like, generally speaking. The cons, however, of being a man in the dating game include 1, he must risk being rejected. He has to endure the shame of rejection, and he may be called a creeper or street harasser. So as terrible as you want to claim it is, Amber Rose, or any other woman who wants to claim it's so bad being a woman because I have to get hit on by men all day, yeah, that's the cost you pay, because you don't have to go out and hit on men. You are expected, generally speaking, to have the passive role in the dating game. You just sit back and wait for the guy to hit on you. And you just quickly reject the dude you don't like and then spread your legs for the guy that you do like. That's an incredible privilege. And for men, it sucks because although men aren't going to be getting hit on as much by women as women are hit on by men, men have to summon the courage and risk rejection and being called a street harasser or a creeper by going up to women, introducing themselves, and trying to get things going. So there's pros and cons for either, and it's not some proof of systemic oppression against women. So when you try to make this sweeping generalization, this sweeping statement, that in general, just because I'm walking down the street half naked doesn't mean it's an open sexual invitation. It is an open sexual invitation for the guy that you like, for the guy that you might actually find attractive. That's why you're dressed that way. There's no particular reason for having to wear that type of clothing. You wear it because you know that it's an attractive thing that might attract the one dude you happen to like. So just stop twisting it and saying that it's because I don't like any man or I don't want to be hit on. You don't mind being hit on, it just has to be by the right guy. So let's continue here. She goes, you are literally saying that if we look a certain way, we are yours to take. But we are not. It's our right to express ourselves. We are not yours to take. But we're going to go on watch 50 Shades of Grey where the main character is an aggressive alpha misogynist who grabs women by the pussy. Okay? Right. You see, something's a little off here. On one level, okay, you know, Beyonce has come out, says she's a feminist, yet she's done the soundtrack music for 50 Shades of Grey, the original, the first movie. Okay, you have 50 Shades of Grey, the film, is a global franchise. Women love it, flock to the theaters. They absolutely love it. It's about a misogynist pussy grabber, okay, billionaire pussy grabber, okay, and women love it. So what's going on here? There seems to be some kind of conflict. On one level, we got feminists and all these, you know, all the hot women who partner up and join teams with feminists to help preserve the privilege of these very hot and privileged women, to push this whole like, you know, anti-sexual harassment, street harassment stuff, which basically conflates going up to a woman and complimenting her with harassment, which is insane. And then they push all this, you know, slut-shaming is bad stuff. But at the same time, you're also saying that you like the alpha-aggressive pussy grabber from the 50 Shades of Grey film and all the fucking women's romance novels. So please make up your fucking mind. It seems to me that what's really going on here is not that you're so opposed to women, or rather to men hitting on you on the streets. You just don't like it when the guy hitting on you is some nasty, creepy dude you don't fucking like. That's what it comes down to, silly. And you know what? Why can't you just be straightforward about that? Some disgusting creeper fan of yours made you feel disgusted. And now you got your little titties got triggered and you went on a fucking little rant on Twitter. So, again, more nonsense. More silly bullshit. It's all funny as fuck. Hey, man. What are we going to do? Women going to play some games sometimes. The truth is, just understand what's going on with women, understand female psychology, and you're going to get through the world a lot better understanding what women really want. And a lot of times women are not going to tell you what they really want because, unfortunately, society, generally speaking, makes it shameful for a woman to say what she really wants. So she has to keep it all quiet. But, you know, actions speak louder than words. So when 50 Shades of Grey's 150 million copies of the book sold worldwide, something's going on. And you can't really blame women, because maybe you could argue that men are the builders of civilization, and it's really men who set some of the norms that try to pretend that women are not these sexual beings who just like to get fucked. And I'm not shaming women. I think that's a wonderful thing. So there you go, guys. I ain't got much more to say on this one.
We've been friends for a long time.
Hi, and no comment about your meeting with the president-elect. Nothing to say?
I just want to take a picture right now.
You take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. All right?
So we just interrupted it.
Fight back against YouTube censorship by supporting me on Patreon. You'll also get access to exclusive, never-before-seen videos and other perks like monthly Google Hangouts with me, free books and t-shirts, and more.